So I was just like, I'm gonna go for a walk. When I got back, they were gone. Okay. Hi, I am Gigi, I guess, born as Jillian Kate Graham in Japan and America. I was known as Jillian Kate. And then once my kids were abducted, I stuck a Mara in the middle of that and I became somebody else. Very quickly, um, I am a victim of what I believe is parental kidnapping and abduction. So the island's pretty small. It only took me about an hour. Um, when I got back, they were gone. I thought somebody had taken them. I thought they were kidnapped. Thank God the island is so small that like all everybody heard me and they were all able to like come to me and like have a bonfire. But until I got to the embassy the next day and they told me what was going on, and that was really hard. And then the embassy basically told him that what he was doing was like really illegal. Excuse my language. So they said if he leaves Bali without letting me see them, he's technically like on the run. And so he let me see them, but he had a nanny with each of them, and he wouldn't let me be alone with them. My nanny slash sister was brought over illegally when she was 18 years old to take care of me when I was one. I was sent to boarding school as soon as I could be, and then just continuously sent away to different places, like whenever just any kind of emotion came up or whatever. So I learned to leave. That's how I ended up in Japan. Um, I'd been to many places, and Japan is the place that I enjoyed the most. So I was in Japan for a while. I counted a couple days ago. It is 16 years, which is a long time. So I was in Japan for a while working. At a certain point, I was going about 26 times a year. So I figured I might as well move there. This makes no sense. So I did, and still only having the 3 month visa was quite difficult, because I'd still have to travel a lot, and I guess the traveling and the renewing my visa um, made me lonely, and I was getting older, and I began to want kids. So I met my ex-husband, and that is what happened. I don't know what I did, but I know when this started. He tried to slap me, and my son was 6 months old, and he missed, and he hit my son. And I think within 1, 2, or 3 days, I was in Australia for 3 months. And that's the longest I could stay there. And I came back. Um, he wasn't really a part of parenting at all. He was never there. He would come back at 6 a.m. and yell at me and who was a baby for, him being loud. So I'd get used to just leaving immediately in the morning and coming back like when I knew he was gone. I knew I wasn't alone, though I felt alone. I didn't know it existed. In fact, like I just realized that he made me sign a recontadokê, which is a divorce paperwork, right? So that essentially gave him full custody of the kids without me knowing any of this. Um, in order for me to see my kids when he kidnapped them from Bali to Japan. So I had no idea that like I was essentially living underneath the shadow of him, like, and he knew he had like custody. And when I went to court, like now after we talked and I like was thinking a little bit, like I realized like it was just a waste of money. Like I had no chance. And I asked him if he wanted to like, spend some time with me. And he didn't, which was fine. I figured maybe he wanted to like adjust or whatever. So I went and I dove in the ocean. I swam to the cliffs and I started jumping off and doing my thing, whatever. Then nighttime came and I was like, do you want to like, have a bonfire, spend some quality? I was really trying to like find a connection between us because even though like I technically used him. It's not like I didn't care about him. So and we did have a family together. So I was trying to like bring us closer together, and he didn't want to have like anything to do with that. I would say definitely before you get married, divorced, or have kids in another country, look up the rules, like the laws. um, See what's going on over there. And not like it would have made a difference in any sense, because I probably wouldn't have believed that that even happens. But like, um, I would have been more prepared, that's for sure. Like, I wouldn't have married him. That's to start. Then they would have been mine. Um, But in general, I think, I don't know, maybe I'm naive, but I think probably everybody has that kind of feeling that something's about to happen. You just don't want to separate your family. And I would say that go to a shelter, like go anywhere. Go anywhere where you're safe and you know that your family can stay together, but like on terms that you know are healthy. And if you're ever in the circumstance of having to leave your kids, make sure, even though it's really hard, that you have all the documents from like, their hospital where they were born, their birth certificates, all of that kind of stuff. I just want to say to my kids who hopefully see this one day that I am still waiting for you to go to Disneyland. So let's go.